Okay. All right. May I have everyone's attention, please? I want to welcome you to the 2022 Horizon Showcase. Give yourselves a round of applause, please. See, I told y'all I was about to be loose. So, I just want to give the acknowledgments. I want to give the thank you acknowledgments. First, to the American Writers Museum for hosting the Horizons Showcase 2022. Give them a round of applause. And I would like to have Mr. Kerry Cranston, President of the American Writers Museum, to come up. Mr. Cranston.
Thank you.
Mike is yours.
Hi, everybody. How are we doing tonight? I'm doing well. Much better now. So I just wanted to welcome you all here to the American Writers Museum. We are honored for the third time, I believe, to be hosting this event. We think it's an absolutely wonderful program. It fits in with our mission of inspiring the next generation of writers. We understand at the American Writers Museum how powerful writing is as a tool for people to tell their own stories and to share their stories, and how those stories and words can often change the world and how people think. So we are extremely proud to have the opportunity to host this event. We love the work that goes into it, and we love the notion that the Chicago Coalition for the Homeless puts such amount of effort into giving people voice and giving people the opportunity to not only write their stories and share their stories, but to get up here tonight and read some of those stories out loud. So we're really looking forward to having you here with us tonight and to hearing what you all have to say. And thank you for being here. Thanks so much.
One more applause for Mr. Cranston, Kerry Cranston. Thank you, thank you. And now, we're going to introduce our executive director. And he's going to come up here for the CCH's mission statement. I'd like to bring up Mr. Doug Schinkelberg, our executive director.
You're putting pressure on me. Good evening, everybody. My name is Doug Schinkelberg. I'm the Executive Director of Chicago Coalition for the Homeless. I want to welcome everyone to this event, to giving your time to this. This is one of my favorite things that we do at CCH, and it's so exciting to be able to do it in person again. So thank you so much for being here. I just want to echo Myron and his gratitude to the American Writers Museum, to Adler, give a special shout out to Claudia Cabrera for her amazing work in making this happen. And Wayne Richard for his founding Horizons many years ago. The Chicago Coalition of Homeless, our mission is to organize and advocate to prevent and end homelessness, because housing is a human right in a just society. And this work that we are doing here tonight at Horizons and sharing stories from the heart is part of that work and part of that advocacy and a part of ending homelessness in our community and the state. So thank you all for participating, for giving yourselves tonight, and for hearing others. Thanks so much.
Thank you, Doug. Thank you. Now, I'm going to bring up another very important person, which is our VIP, our Director of Organizing, Wayne Richard. He's going to present the Horizons mission statement.
Hey, y'all. I'm going to share the mission statement. It's here in the book, so if y'all want to read along with it, I'm going to read it because, you know, Doug just talk all the time off the cuff, but I'm going to follow my line there. Doug's good at it. Like he's the man with that. So y'all know Horizons is a creative writing workshop, and the program is designed to help participants find their creative voice through poetry, expressive writing, and storytelling. Horizons seeks to break down the barriers that often exist between people by bringing them together to explore each other's perspectives. Horizons is about empowerment, both for its writers and those experiencing their work. Horizons offers creative writing classes twice a month at transitional shelters and supported living programs within the Chicago area. And that's Horizons. See y'all later.
Thank you, Wayne Richard. Now, I want to give another introduction to this beautiful lady here. She is the Adler University School of Art Therapy. And like I said, I haven't met this lady, but I just like passed her up as I went that way. And she was very beautiful when we acknowledge each other just passing up. So I would like to acknowledge her up here to bring up Dr. LaCivita to the stage.
Well, he said my name so nicely. I'm Dr. Jennifer LaCivita. So I'm a professor, and long story short, I run what's called the Master of Arts in Counseling Art Therapy and the Ph.D. in Art Therapy department. And I'm also a graduate of the school, and it's only a few blocks away from here. So that's who I am. And art is about expression. So whether it's sung or written, like poetry, it can be dance, acted out, like theater and created on paper or with paint or clay, anything really. And it is our interpretation of what's inside of us. And often it's when we don't have the words to fully describe what we're feeling. Sometimes making art is easier, right, or poetry. So today we will hear self-expressions that are deep and heartfelt poems, and those poems were then passed on to our doctoral students. And then they made art to go along with your poems. So depicting kind of how they felt. So due to COVID, our students were not all on campus, and it was hard for me. So for this year, we have smaller pieces. Normally there were like the actual art, but their art was digitally sent to me. But I do have actual students here who will actually bring and present their actual artwork. One is Lisa, and I think she's stuck in traffic. And the other student is Brittany over here, and she is a graduate. So she's a therapist and an art therapist and runs an art and wellness center. And so between her and Lisa, they made some beautiful artwork, and they will actually give you the actual piece. So that's wonderful. And the rest, I'm sorry, you'll get a digital copy, but following years, we'll make sure that that's a little different. So the person who wrote I Have a Lot to Say, and this is the poem of a child, and then Allie Simmons' poem, and then Grateful for a New Start. We have the actual pieces for those. So today, I just want to thank all of you here for feeling sometimes vulnerable. This isn't easy, but every year, and I've been doing this with Wayne for, I don't even know, our department has been doing it, I think, since 2011. And when I started in 2013, we were working, we did this every year. So imagine all the different places we've been, and by far, this is just a really nice venue. And so I really want to thank you for taking what's in you and putting it out. Also, on your way out, by the front desk, we have small pieces of artwork. We had student artwork, and I couldn't give everybody a big piece, but what we thought would be easier if we divided them into smaller pieces. And you can take one, pick one that resonates with you, so you can have your choice. It serves as a reminder of this community tonight, that we're all part of something greater. So when you're taking a small piece, that's a small piece of artwork that is actually part of a bigger a bigger picture. And so on the back, it's blank, and so you can draw on that piece, you could write on it, it's totally up to you. And so we leave also tonight with a piece of each other. And we go out in the world and do our best to make good. It is so wonderful to be here. Again, it's been wonderful. So I hope that this will be many, many more. We'll just keep this tradition going. So this is fun, even though it's a little nerve-wracking, but I know that we're gonna make this the best night for us. Okay? Thank you. All righty.
Thank you, and I'm gonna say it right this time, because next time I'm coming up here, I ain't finna be getting shouted out at, because I just didn't mention her name. So give it up once again for Miss Dr. Jennifer LaCivita. See, I'm nervous. I'm nervous, right? And this is my first time doing this. It's an honor to do this. And I was asked, not just because I came up here and like, oh, Claudia, I want to do this. No, she mentioned to me one person that's supposed to do it. And I would like for you guys to do is, I'm gonna mention these 5 names. All I need you to do is this here. That's all I need you to do. When it comes to Keith Freeman, yes. When it comes to Edrika Fulford, yes. When it comes to Miss Catherine, yes. When it comes to Mr. Victor Cruz, yes. And when it comes to Miss Leanna, yes. Those 5 has made me to come up here to do this here with you guys. And I thank you for being here. Give yourselves a round of applause. Not only thanking you guys for joining the Horizons, also for those who are joining virtually. I thank you and applaud you for being with us tonight. It's the first time in 3 years since 2019. And we had the 3 virtual showcases that was done. It's on YouTube and Facebook as well. And they are on CCH's website as well. So now, I'm gonna say something about the housekeeping, and please pay attention to what I'm about to say. When it's the washrooms, if you want the washrooms, you wanna go down this way, make a cut right, and then another right, and there's the washrooms right there. If anyone needs child care space, please ask for Claudia. I'm gonna put these agreements in order. Please silence your phones, because what's gonna be spoken tonight is gonna be powerful. And not one interruption, unless it's from God, that's gonna, hey, can't silence him. So just please put your phones on mute, silence them. Then, when you get up here and you start to speak, wait for the participant to finish their poems before applause, because you want to get the clear wordage of what they're about to present. And also, wait till the end of the showcase to approach any participant to congratulate them. Any questions that's from the audience, please see Claudia or Alyssa. Just raise your hand and they will get to you. If we all in agree? Agree. All right. Y'all ready for this meat and potatoes portion of this here? Yeah. Take your deep breaths, because you're about to get ready and come up here and say what you're gonna say. All right. Okay, I'm gonna bring the first participant up. I'm gonna bring up, this person has some fun facts that is so beautiful, because I had to read them like 3 times. So that knows it's finna, what I'm about to hear from her, I'm finna hear it. So, you know, her favorite color is pink, because that's her daughter's favorite color. You know, her favorite animal is a fish, because they are an easy pet. Plus, they remind her of herself because all they do is just chill. I likes that. I likes that. And her favorite month is June. Reason why is because it's her mom's and grandmother's birthday month. So, belated to your mom and grandma. And her poem is entitled Doubled Up. I want to bring up grassroots leader, CPS focus group member, Miss Margaret Bingham. You ready?
Yeah.
Okay, do it.
Good evening, everybody. My name is Margaret Bingham, and I come to talk about how hard it was out there with me in the world with my child. And double up, it was kind of hard for me because I've been knocking on doors, staying in the house with addicts, didn't have no private room, didn't have no place to go. They're sleeping everywhere till that child was 13 years old. She didn't want to come with me today because she thought she was going to be in front of TV, but that's all right with me. I've been double up ever since my mother passed away. I knocked on many doors. I've seen many faces. I asked for help many times. I'm grateful to those who have helped me and my baby Mariah. Thank you, George Bingham. You will always be my guardian angel. I am still double up today, living with 6 people in a very small space. I'm living double up with rules commit, double up with my baloney missing, double up with other people and addiction, double up with no privacy, double up feeling unsafe, double up with sick people during the pandemic, double up with food insanity. But the most harmful thing double up did to me was separate me and my baby Mariah from each other. Being double up is not a way to live, and it's not safe. When I get depression and down, I found joy in CCH family and avoiding for affordable housing. So my baby and me can get together again, and I thank each and every one of y'all. I'm here to let everybody know I found me a place for me and my baby. Thanks, everybody.
Ooh-wee. Give me a minute. Thank you, Margaret. Thank you. When I hear these poems and stories, I'm telling you, I get teared up because these not just coming out of your head and putting on paper. These are coming out your heart, coming out your mouth, off of paper to you. So this is why I tear up. I may be the look I'm big and look like I'm tough, but I have a heart too. And I do have a heart for my CCH, BCH family and the stories they tell. Thank you again, Margaret, for that there. Now, I want to bring another lady who I had a pleasure of meeting the first day of coming to CCH. Like, this lady, like, she didn't want to talk to no one. It was like she was mad at the world. But after talking to her, it didn't take one time to talk to her, it took her 3 times. And third time is the charm. Because I came her brother, she became my sister. And for her to be up here is a blessing for me to have her up here. You know, her 3 fun facts are, well, let's say 3 is 2. At 11 years old, she won the state competition for her age, for her 4-H club in Springfield, sorry. And her favorite thing to cook is soul food. She started cooking full meals at the age of 9. So when you hear, when they say, when black mothers sit up here and pull you in their kitchen at 9 years old and tell you to sit down, and you finna get a crash course in cooking, believe me, that's how you start. And to the age you are right now, that's how you're gonna finish. So I wanna bring up Miss Newman. Her poem is How Good Life Is to Me. Please give it up for Miss Newman.
Hi, everybody. I'm Miss Newman, and the reason I chose this poem to write, because my life has been a struggle. I spent over 10 years being homeless, but I didn't let that take the joy out of me, because as long as God allowed me to open my eyes every day, I knew He would put me in a house to keep my kids. How good life is to me, God's give me unconditional love. It's as strong as a beautiful dove. How good life is to me, it's as beautiful as I can see. It's as beautiful as a full-grown tree. How good life is to me, it makes me dream of a big blue sea, and as beautiful and calm as a honeybee. How good life is to me, God has blessed me to be a mother of children that are mine and His. Beyond the earth is what my love is. I give them the love and comfort just as like He gives to me. How good life is to me, the devil thought he gotten The devil thought he got me to hell, but God the God I serve allowed me to excel. How good life is to me. He sent me a star. He sent me a star to love, a man who a man who from far above. How good life is to me, he brought me from a big depression and made my life a beautiful session. How good life is to me, he allowed me to live to tell my testimony. He still uses his blood to cover me. How good life is to me, I defeated all the challenges, and now my life is complete and discreet.
Y'all give it up again for Miss Newman. Telling you, it's just getting more powerful and powerful up here now. You know, like I said, God is in the room and he's circling around because he's putting the powerful in powerful voices. So now, I have a gentleman that I'm finna bring up. No, he don't have no fun facts. I think I can give him a couple of fun facts. You know, this brother here, you know, when he first came to CCH, First time I heard him, he was a powerhouse coming through. He was the first one when we went to City Hall. He came and just immediately spoke. Didn't nobody just totally prepped him. He just gave him a little sheet and he prepped himself. So now I am honored tonight to bring this brother up with his poem, Experiencing Homelessness, which I'll give it up for Mr. Harry Williams.
Good evening, everyone. How y'all doing this evening? When I was asked to write this poem, I had to really think really hard about what I was going through, physically, emotionally, spiritually, and ultimately that's how my poem came together. And so I'm gonna share it with you guys. Be patient with me. To have a home is to have life. To be housed is to give hope. To have a safe place to live is priceless. Housing is a human right, a right we are all born with, a right as a human being. When facing homelessness, a lot of the ways that you think and act is altered. Your first instinct is self-preservation. Once the self is preserved, then a human being experiencing homelessness can begin the painful process of attempting to regain, or rather regroup, the things that they have lost due to experiencing homelessness. It takes a human being to have vision past the skin, to look inside a human being who is experiencing homelessness and see the pain, the stress, the suffering, and hear their unspoken cries for help. It takes a human being with a heart of gold to not ignore a human being who is experiencing homelessness and tend to their needs. A human being who is experiencing homelessness deserves a chance to feel safe and secure from the harm and dangers associated with being or experiencing homelessness. If you're a human being who is experiencing homelessness, wouldn't you want the rest of humanity to hear the words that you're not saying, yet it rings loud and clear in your daily struggles? It's seen in the smiles that you have to put on your face when they look at you in your eyes and they say, "I'm sorry, but I can't help you." And yet, and still, you have to have the faith and the courage to continue to go on, regardless of the situation you're facing. Experiencing homelessness doesn't mean that you don't deserve the respect and the love that having a home brings. It is my dream that all human beings will know that experiencing homelessness is an experience and not who you are as a human being. Thank you so much, and I love you all.
Man, when I said powerful, powerful. What lived through that poem lived through me too, bro. I felt every bit of that. That was me right there. So now, y'all ain't got to have me come up here trying to do a quick poem for you guys, thinking that, yeah, we're gonna spend all night. So no, he just said it for me. That was me right there. So, finna bring up this beautiful lady, finna come up here. She has a fun fact. Miss Elizabeth loves to help people. She's been helping people since she was very young. And meeting Miss Elizabeth for the first time, she was a very quiet lady when she came in to one of our meetings. And she just sat around and soaked everything in. But when she started coming more and more, she started getting more looser and looser in how to approach CCH to tell her story. Well, now, tonight, she's here to tell her poem. and it's called Sharing is the Best Way to Help Others. Come on up here. Come on. Miss Elizabeth, y'all.
Good evening, everybody. My name is Elizabeth Maldonado, and it's always been a pleasure to be part of CCH, meaning what CCH is all about to me. And today I'm fixing to share my testimony for the first time with y'all. Sharing my testimony. The first time I shared my testimony, I was afraid. I was nervous. I didn't know what to say, but helpful words of encouragement gave me the way. My testimony gave me the power to help others. Sharing my knowledge. Everywhere I go, I share what I know. The best part of me is letting people know that CCH is my family, a family that helps you find your way. Sharing my happiness. My happiness comes from helping others, helping them find their peace and happiness. Just like CCH helped me find housing. I fight for others who have not yet found their home, because CCH and I believe housing is a human right. Sharing my time. I advocate for change. I help others learn how to create a change. I step back and let them lead the way. Sharing my hope. Sharing hope is my way of caring and helping others, reminding them that help is around the corner, letting them know there is always a way. Sharing words of encouragement. Show people not to give up. Show them that experience is powerful and they can help others with their testimony, letting them know what they build is important for all of us. Thank you so much, and God bless y'all.
Wow, that was great. Another round of applause, y'all. Another round of applause. Before I bring on the next person, I just want to make a quick acknowledgement to one person that is not here, as Miss Maxica Williams. That's who I'd call the other part of the soul queens of CCH. Meeting her and Nadrika was like, those was my teachers. Those my teachers right there. I was a nervous person coming in. Them two ladies set me straight, like I was their own child, and built me to where I'm at today. So I want to acknowledge and appreciate Maxica Williams, CCH. Give her a round of applause, y'all. All right. I'm going to bring up this gentleman who I have the pleasure to meet on the phone. And hearing his voice, you can tell that he's a well-educated man, spoke eloquently, and let's see if I had this right, Mr. Dixon, because you told me about your fun facts. Okay. Let's see if I can get this right. Let's see, you have a master's, if I'm correct, in psychology? Okay. You have 2 sons and 2 granddaughters. Okay. And he spent 8 years in the Navy. 2 years in Europe. I thought it was 4, but thank you for correcting me. And just by hearing him when we was in the other building not too long ago, like, I just wanted to get up and just do this. Thank you for your service in being in the Navy, brother. And I want you to come up here and tell your poem. And and it's an untitled poem, but I think y'all gonna get the picture on this poem. So when you hear him speak, I'm telling you, you'll see the reason why it's called Untitled. Come on up here, Mr. Don Dixon.
How you guys doing? Be patient with me. I'm at that age where I can't see, but I can see. So we're gonna make this work, all right? My name's Don Dixon, and I wrote this poem because I met this amazing couple, Pearlie and Harry. They moved next door to me like 2 months ago. And it's amazing how you gravitate towards people, and they just blew me out of the water because of their energy. And they was like, well, we're going to this function and we have to write this poem. I'm writing a poem too, because we've been basically hanging out every day, just getting to know each other. And I said, you guys are really lucky. You guys moved on one of the best blocks on the planet, which is a really cool neighborhood. And we all kind of just hang out every day and listen to music and enjoy each other's company. And I've been blessed. I've never experienced homelessness before, but I'm a social worker, psychologist. I have a bachelor's in social work. And I believe that everyone's here is put on earth for a reason. My reason here is to serve, and it's to serve mankind. Prior to living in Chicago, I lived in Washington, D.C., and I ran a soup kitchen for 8 years, so I fed the homeless in Washington, D.C. And I love what I do as a social worker. I absolutely love it. And in 2010, the first family came to my place and helped me serve the homeless. You know, every year, MLK Day, the president goes to a place, and I was just fortunate enough that they came and hung out with me for a couple of hours, which was really blessed. Cameras and you know, news feed, really amazing experience, amazing experience. And the funny thing about it is when I was 10 years old, I told my dad, I said, I'm gonna meet the president one day. And my dad said, you can do anything you wanna do. And I've basically done everything I wanted to do in my life. I have two amazing sons. My youngest son, his stage name is Rob Bionic. He's a rapper, he is really good. He's gonna be the next hot thing, serious. Rob Bionic, Google him, he's really good. And my oldest son is Chris, they think we're twins. And I said, no, I'm the good looking ones. But anyway, but I'm just joking, I'm being silly. But this poem came about because of Harry and Pearlie. I have to take my glasses off. And the name of the poem is Meeting Jay. But when I wrote it, I was like, I'm just gonna write it. I didn't title it. But here we go. Spirit exposed due to promise kept. Meeting Jay is a promise 30 years met. My life's been a journey, so very blessed, gifted by my father and challenged to serve the very best. I recognize your pain, I acknowledge your fear. Your eyes ask for mercy, you ask God, why did you put me here? You taught me the true meaning of thank you and prayer. Pay forward the blessing, there's plenty to share. We shared our dreams of life, we shared life's pain, we shared how life took everything, leaving only shame. Your daily endurance of disrespect reflects in your eyes. Your constant lack of peer energy and support leaves you immobilized. Self-respect is the key, but yours is for sale. God's quest for us all, he never tells. Gifts from my Father, my God above, pay forward his mercy, pay forward his love. With respect, I ask, how can I serve? With dignity, you ask, can you show me love? A man without faith is a man in search of. A man without mercy is a man without love. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Another round of applause for Mr. Don Dixon now. I want to bring this lady up. When I met her, she was a firecracker. Boy, was she a firecracker. But boy, you cannot not to love her. Her fiery spirit, her speaking, her knowledge is like, man, got to be on the women of Mount Rushmore for real. So I want you to come on up. Miss Marquita Sims, with The Sunshine After the Rain is her poem. Give it up for Miss Marquita Sims, y'all.
hello everyone. He didn't mention my fun facts, which I sent in. And I'm just going to put it out there. I'm fun to be with. I'm a ball. Because I help people and I encourage and I empower our people because that's what I do. I was here, I found through all the pain and the pressure that I have been through in my life, I found my purpose. And my purpose, like he said, is to serve. And I serve in each and every way. When I talk, my words are in volumes. So I have to give what was freely given back to me. Because somebody was there for me. So I have to empower our people because lack of knowledge, we will perish. So I have today for you the sunshine after the rain. Because that's how I felt. Because I went through some stuff and I had to purge and be this flower that stands before you, to be the strength to know that there's no dictation of what you can do within your limits. Just because you go through something, you don't have to stay stuck in it. See, when you stay stagnant, that's when they think they got you. But we don't have to stay stagnant today. So that's why I picked this poem, The Sunshine After the Rain. My life has not had many rainbows until my future progress. I have experienced some ups and some downs of domestic violence within my family crown. And when I say that, people think of domestic violence and they only think of the man and woman and woman and woman. But when you have a family dynamics, the situation can change and they can torture you to the point you're in a domestic violence situation and you don't even know your nation. I tried to take the world on all by myself because I thought that that's what I was supposed to do when I was a child. I lost my childhood, y'all. Trying to take on all the responsibilities that the adults should have been doing, but I had to take that on. And in the midst of that, I was losing myself and didn't know that better. And all along, I needed the help. I was smiling. Everybody thought it was okay. She okay. She's happy. Everybody happy around her because my spirit. Family that has overwhelmed me so deep after having my children, I end up in prison, you see. Not only a prison that was of the natural, but also a prison in a mind state when I say that. 13 years of oppression, and I took it as a lesson. Those 13 years was not just for me to be abused, misused, and confused. It was for me to use it. I came home a brand new woman. No more chains that can make me bound. Because I'm not lost, I was found. The worst that I am, somebody infuriates because my family didn't understand me no more. Because you know that new woman, they didn't want to soar. Because they wanted me to stay in that past destruction of dysfunctionality. But I refuse to die. I come home to abuse, misuse, and feeling that I might lose. I told my son on that Valentine's Day, when I cut that band, I must say, I cannot love you if I don't love myself. So I went to a shelter to live to get my help. So when I went to the shelter to live and found a more powerful me to give, then the next shelter, you see, Grace House, brought even a greater me. Now, I give back what was freely given to me. Through the pain, though, I say through the pain, my rainbow showed up. And there is sunshine after the rain.
Didn't I tell y'all she was a firecracker, y'all? Didn't I tell y'all? And now I'm gonna get beat up after this here because I didn't mention no fun facts, which I didn't get, but I'm gonna get beat up for that song. But I love that. I love that. I love it, man. Next, I'm finna bring this beautiful lady up. You know, she has 3 fun facts that's on here as well. You know? She says she loves horseback riding since she was 3 years old. And I can't even get up on a horse, let alone trying to stare at one. She was on ESPN dance team competition. You good, you good. And at 6, she auditioned to be a musketeer for Disney. Whoa. So now, I just want to bring this lady up. Been knowing her since our days at Shelter / SRO at Surhat. She brought me into CCH. She brought me to meeting Keith Freeman. Without her, I wouldn't even be here. I want you to come on up here. Miss April Harris. Her poem is Life's a Curveball.
Hello, everybody. God bless you guys. Thank you. Wow. I was hesitant today about coming and doing this because sorry. I'm sorry.
You got it. Take a deep breath.
I was nervous because these past 3 months have been really hard. And when Claudia told me, when she came to me and said that I wanted to know if you wanted to be a part of the Horizons again, I said sure, but I wasn't really sure what to write about. And she said, just write what you're feeling. And it came to me because my daughter, Madison, no, I got this. I guess I just want to start off saying me and my family, we have been written off a lot because of the experiences that we have been through. We've had experienced homelessness twice. A lot of people didn't understand why we were going through what we were going through. 2 months ago, we found out our daughter Madison is on drugs. And she was doing a lot of things because she was hurting inside and she didn't know how to express what she was going through. She ran away from home and she's still missing. And then our son Gregory was diagnosed with a heart condition and he's on heart medication right now. So in August, we find out if the medication works, he doesn't have to get open heart surgery. So we're praying for that. It's just been a battle. And sometimes when I feel like I'm failing and I feel like giving up and I feel like I have no purpose on this earth, God always reminds me that he takes broken things and turns them into masterpieces. Praise God. So I just wanted to say, because I have to say this out loud, forever who needs this, but I need to hear this for myself, that we are not a mistake, and we are put on this earth for a purpose. Praise God. My poem is called Life's a Curveball, and it starts off, in my young mind, I created a 10-year plan. Within that time frame, I would be a civil rights lawyer in my heart or a backup dancer for Janet Jackson. I created a 10-year plan in which my parents lived forever. Love is a powerful thing. It can consume you and tear you apart like a thief in the night. Hold on to the ones that you love and cherish them because you never know if it's their last breath. Life is a curveball. It takes you through hoops and hurdles, but in the end, there are always learning experiences. For instance, when your daughter runs away from home because she's hooked on drugs and she feels like there's no way out. Looking back from growing up with a silver spoon in my mouth to ending up experiencing homelessness twice. What doesn't knock you down makes you stronger. What doesn't break you makes you more wiser. And what God has in store for you, no man can take away, especially what made you who you are today. Life is a curveball. Like when your son is diagnosed with heart problems and might need open heart surgery. But life has a way of showing you differently. It has twists and turns. But know this, when God brings you to your knees to humble you in this cycle called life, things change and the people in your life come and go, but know if you surrender yourself, the walk gets easier. You start claiming victory through the hard times and the good times. Life's a curveball. It's like a ride-free permit. You never know what journey it will take you on, like a curveball. Through the starry nights and the glory of days, you can always come back from anything. Never be afraid to dance in the rain. It's just God's blessings pouring upon us. So never be afraid to experience this curveball called life. It's a beautiful thing to take this walk. Thank you.
Oh. Give me 1 second, ladies and gentlemen. You know, that right there, that poem right there takes a lot of courage to come up here and say. It's not very easy to say it because like I just mentioned earlier, it's not coming from up here. It's coming from right here and it's coming out of here. So to listen to that, that's like very powerful, you know. And when she says life's a curveball, I'm gonna speak to the fellas for 30 seconds. If it's your mom, if it's your wife, if it's your significant other, please sit down, take time out, and listen to that woman. Because if you don't, then this is where your mind finna spin backwards of 360 instead of going forwards of 360. Because without them, it wouldn't be no us. So I applaud April for that there. Now, I'm ready to bring this beautiful soul up because meeting her, and please don't cry on me because you're gonna make me cry. But meeting her, as well as her significant other, we did canvassing together. And she was so nervous. I never done this before, was her key words. I never done this before. We came in that one little old room. It was kind of chilly outside. You remember, Pearlie. What did I say? Don't never let your fright. I gotta do this, y'all, because she's like a sister to me. I told her never be quiet for no one. You're a queen no matter what. Queens don't be quiet. Queens stand out. And she's a queen. And you know, by reading, you know, her 3 fun facts, I didn't even know her favorite color was mint green. I know now when I get some mint green ice cream, send it over to your way, I know where to send it to. She loves to advocate for people experiencing homelessness. And today, everyone, today is her very first public speaking ever. I want Miss Perlina Rogers to come up. She's finna put her poem as Grateful for a New Start. Miss Perlina, come take your place at the podium.
Good evening, everyone. I'm nervous. Yes. My name is Perlina Rogers, and today I wrote a poem about grateful for a new start. Being homeless is a difficult situation. You have nowhere to go, and it's scary sleeping outside. I never knew where I was going to end up. Being homeless is dangerous. Today, I have a new start. I moved to a new state and started a new chapter. I found the help I needed. I see new ideas, new hopes, new dreams has been given to me. I'm seeing stuff I never seen before. People in my life are helpful. Together we help people who have no voices. They are respectful to each other. They are caring and so smart. I am a part of those helpful people. I found the solution. It doesn't matter what happened in my past. I'm gonna make sure I get through it all. I reach my goals, even if they are hard. I can't give up. I won't give up. My faith gives me strength. I'm always thankful that someone has faith in me. I've learned to advocate for those who are experiencing homelessness. I help those be heard. I help those be seen, because they are all important, and they all have a lot to offer this world, just like I do. I will be a guide and help them find housing. Most importantly, I will give them hope, because they will see I made it, and they can too, no matter what life brings them. Thank you.
That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. Ooh-wee. Told y'all it was gonna be powerful tonight, Jay. I want to bring up a next person. It's read by another one of our CCH family. I'm going to mention his 3 fun facts, his name, and I'm going to mention the person who's going to read his poem tonight because he's unable to be here. Vicente Hernandez is his name. His favorite animal is a cat. As a child, Vicente had a cat that would follow him everywhere he went. And 2, his favorite place to visit in Chicago is Harrison Park. He visits there every morning to hear the birds sing. Vicente couldn't be here tonight, but he's always here. You know, he just couldn't make it here. but CCH family got his back. And I want to bring this beautiful lady up, that she's gonna read his poem entitled My Home. May I have Alyssa Rodriguez up to the podium.
Thanks, Myron. So like Myron said, I'll be reading Vicente's poem for him. He originally dictated it in Spanish, and you can see in the booklets there's the Spanish version and the English version. Tonight I'll be reading the English version. As Myron mentioned, Vicente can't be here tonight, but he was really excited to share his testimony and his words with a room full of folks, so send him your love. So, my home. To have a home, it gives me the opportunity to have peace. Having a home gives me the opportunity to go out to my community and fight for the human rights of my people. To have a home, it gives me the privilege of having a place to get rest, a place where I can feel safe and close my eyes in peace, to persuade the persecutions of the people who reject me. To have a home, it brings me peace of mind, knowing that I am free from bad intentions, the bad intentions of people who don't want me on the street. Having a home protects me from feeling like a victim of inequality. To have my home, it gives me the energy to keep fighting, fight for the rights that belong to us as human beings of a world society. With this poem, I want you to be aware of the importance of having a home so that inequality does not exist.
One more again. I want that round of applause for Vicente Hernandez again. Yes, yes. Wow. Just trying to find my second sheet here. Okay, I got you. All right. Next, we had a person that was supposed to speak tonight is unable to make it. Name is Mr. Terry Clark. He is not here present at this time, so we're gonna keep this ball moving right along. And I wanna bring up another powerhouse. And when I say a powerhouse, this lady is a powerhouse. This lady's words so articulate. I swear, if she was spoke at a party that I would throw, Michelle Obama and her husband gonna come right through there and sit in the front row just to hear her speak. This is how powerful she is to me. When I met her, so quiet. And you can look at her face and tell that she's been through a lot. But them few days of speaking opened her up a little bit. And the day that I spoke to her at City Hall, and I told her, we got you. This is what BCH is all about. We're not just friends, we're a family. So we got your back no matter what. Now, look at her today. She done put out, let me count them right. Is it 1, 2 books? 1.5. See, I love to be corrected because then I don't want to get beat up later. So, but 1.5 now. I read her first one, and it is so beautiful, y'all. It is beautiful. She's gonna be a powerhouse as an author. She's gonna be a powerhouse in the book scene. So I want y'all to remember this name after tonight. Remember her like you did? Yeah, I know that lady. That was her right there. Her right there. Her fun facts were, she's a biker girl. Ooh, all right. All right. She's been riding motorcycles since she was a toddler. That's messed up. That's messed up. You know, I rode motorcycle at 27 and stopped riding at 29. Now that's messed up. And you've been since a toddler. Oh my God. Lord. She loves watching horror movies, but not by herself though. You know what? I'm with you on that. I'm with you. When you say you see the uncut version of The Exorcist and all the lights is out, you cut the mugs back on. You like Teddy Pendergrass. You say turn them off? No, cut them on. Cut them back on. You don't want to see that in the house, Jack, I'm telling you. And since that time, I had the lights on all night. I cut them off at 9 o'clock in the morning. So, and one more thing about this lady. She disliked cats as a child, but fell in love with a black cat named Nigeria as an adult. Woo. Yeah, I feel that too. I feel you on that one. I just want to bring her up right now. It's my powerhouse. Her poem is My Homelessness. Juanita Rogers.
Hello, hello, hello. How are you guys doing tonight? You good, girl? Okay. All right, so this is actually my third poem that I wrote for CCH, and this one actually tells about my homeless situation that I was in when I kind of moved to Chicago or whatever. And this poem is called My Homelessness. Okay, here we go. Never did I think that I would be part of the homeless population. But what people don't know, that is where I began my transformation. You see, my life has never been peaches and creams. I moved to a big city to follow my dreams. A city of crime and unnecessary violence. Fearing for my life, so I had to remain silent. Not knowing what to expect. Truth is, my life was a total wreck. Running from an abusive situation, switching lanes with no destination, driving around searching for a safe place to park, because I know what happens in Chicago after dark. I remember sitting in my car wondering, how did I even get here? Facing all my flaws while facing all my fears, wiping my tears, feeling lost and confused, unwanted, abandoned and abused, asking God, please help me, I do not want this. This is not the life that I dreamed. I felt as if my life was crumbling at its seams. Then all of a sudden, my soul started shaking. I opened my eyes and it seemed the earth was breaking. Rain came down to wash my tears away. I heard God say to me, get on your knees and continue to pray. So I opened my Bible and he led me to the book of Job and Revelations. It was then he opened the doors to my manifestation. I felt as if my soul had been restored. All I could say was thank you, Lord. My dreary days are now long gone. Happiness I feel as I turn the keys to my new home. You see, homelessness has always been a part of my life. And to see our people sleeping on the streets makes me want to stand firm and continue this fight. I know how it feels to be looked down upon, but I also know how it feels when victory is won. Thank you.
Didn't I tell y'all she was a powerhouse? Give it up for Miss Juanita Rogers. I'm going to introduce you guys to this brother here, whom I had the pleasure to meet at CCH. And meeting him for the first time, he gave me these words when we was behind the door at the CCH meeting. Brother, you got this. You got this. Keep learning from Keith. You got it all. Listening to him, me and him became very cool. But what I do honor this gentleman for is for his work out in the field. And he's been helping those that live under the viaducts. I'm not going to say how many years because I don't know. But I commend him for his work. And recently, it was a gentleman who everybody heard on the news. They had got set on fire under Lower Wacker. Well, when I was laying on the bed, I was mad. Really wanted to say something. Looked on TV. Not only I seen Michael Earhart out there, but I also seen, I forgot the gentleman's name who rides around. Anyway, I seen a face in the background, and I seen him spoke on TV, and it was Ali. And when Ali spoke them words, I was so happy because at first I was gonna say, why is we not representing down there? But when I seen him, like I said, started crying, bro. Love your work, love for what you do. You know, his favorite color is red. He loves to read for self-care. All right. And his biggest inspiration is Malcolm X. Nice. So he has a poem that is titled, There Is a Lot I Want to Say. Ooh, I wish I could have got that poem before you did. I got plenty to say, but now I'm finna let him tell it. Mr. Ali Simmons, come on up to the podium, sir.
Appreciate it. Alrighty. Thank you all. Appreciate it. I don't know what to say, to be honest with you, other than the poem. I guess I'm just gonna start off saying the poem. I'm not really a performer or anything like that, so please forgive my shyness. All right, and like they say, this poem is called There's Something I Want to Say, or There's a Lot I Want to Say. There's a lot I want to say, just dreading the price I know I will have to pay. These days I see more than some, no longer blinded by rays from the sun. Restless as I stress what is important, supporting this newfound structure that's discordant. With life as we know it, show it on a daily basis. Marching through our paces, fretting their worrisome faces. In spaces, we encounter opposition to the mission from those who refuse to listen, focus instead on a life they are missing, insisting that all is good, insisting that a life regulated to non-existence is ideal, belittling those who are not afraid to embrace what they feel. Killjoy, they employ all kinds of tactics to bring about conformity. And for those unknowing, that means you cease to be. Cease to be you. Instead, your method becomes robotic. Your brain shuts down, leaving your brain shuts down, leaving you able to focus only on the hot topic that's not of your choosing, but you're boozing, completely unaware of the intoxicating ingredients slipped in while your alarm was snoozing. Moving mountains for pennies that must be spent to move more mountains. Getting excited over an oppressor making ridiculous announcements. pouncing on the very first opportunity to sow this harmony. Ignorant as all get out, thinking you have an army. It's alarming, this state of life we find ourselves living. Thank you.
You know, I was finna get into that Ali Boombaye chant, but I'm gonna save that one for next year. When you come up with something else, I got you next year. I got you. We got another powerhouse, y'all. Same powerhouse, but this powerhouse got to come up. You know, she got that second poem. So I'm just trying to figure out, you know, which one is it that you're gonna use in the contest? Because I know this one finna, if I happen to sit over here and I probably fell to the floor, you know, that means, oh, that is good. So I just want you to come on back up here, Miss Juanita Rogers. It's called Removing the Mask. And just wanna know which one? You better figure it out.
Okay, so this one is actually part of my second book. My first book is called Diamonds on the Black Sheep, and it's about overcoming domestic violence. The second book is going to be called Pearls Alongside the Shore, and it's about healing from domestic violence. So I'm working on that. I didn't know that I was going to have a book of poems mixed / short story. It kind of like, I don't know, it just kind of came out like that. I thought I was just gonna have a book of poems, but then all of a sudden I started doing short story. So yeah. But this one right here is called Removing the Mask. As I removed this hero mask off my face, I adjusted my crown with no time to waste. I have moved forward without looking back. I have battled demons that have kept track. Nothing is the same for me anymore. A new level of greatness I shall continue to explore. I have found the key that unlocks many doors. I now move forward with dignity and grace as I remove this hero mask off my face. Fearless I am because there's no need to fear. Anointed I am. Let me just say that loud and clear. Reflecting only to see the old path, thankful indeed I made it through the wrath. Everything is falling in place as I remove this hero mask off my face. Thank you.
Give it up again for Miss Juanita Rogers. Now give a big round of applause to all our poets tonight. Yes. Now, audience, you know what time it is. It's that voting time. And I ain't say yesterday, so we gonna leave that out the pasture. We talking voting time for here. We got participants that's gonna come up. And I have a gentleman that needs no introduction because he was already introduced and he know who he is. And I want him to step up to the podium. Mr. Wayne Richards.
Hey. All right. Well, what was that little tune? Okay. All right. So I got the short straw, and I got to lead the judging for tonight. Everybody was fantastic. So we got a little system. It's real gorilla, right? Okay. So we're going to ask everybody who read a poem to come up. But wait, before you do that. I see Margaret on her way up. All right. Then the audience is going to applaud. So I'm going to take my little hand, I'm going to go over, folks, and then people are going to applaud for each person as I stop on there. And then we have like, where's Chris? Chris, you back there? There's Chris. So Chris is sort of our back rear audience meter. You ever seen those on the game show? All right. He's primed, okay? And we're going to work together. Okay. So we got first, second, third place prize. So this is going to be real competitive, but this is like the best of the best. All right. So audience members, are y'all ready? Yes? All right. Anybody need time to practice clapping? No. All right. So this is a high bar here. All right. So I'm going to ask everybody to come up who performed. And I'm just going to ask y'all to just line up like right here, like just right here, right here, right here. Okay. All right. Okay. Now, got folks? Okay. Now, audience. Yeah, we got a couple of, yep. Flight delay, but they are here. Thank you. Okay. Now, in the audience, raise your hand if you're ready. In the audience, raise your hand. Okay, I see about 5 people. Couple people. All right. Thanks, Doug. Full participation. All right. Nothing less. Doug. All right. So, let me ask y'all a question. Does everyone remember people's poems? Like, were you like touched, inspired, like a specific line, like the person? Do y'all remember? That's the question. Okay. All right. Because I was going to recite all of them myself, just to help you out. Yeah, you're right. You're right. All right. So here we go. Without further ado, I know folks want to get it going. All right. So, Chris, you ready? All right, Chris is ready. That's why they invented cordless mics. All right, here we go. All right. Miss Elizabeth. All right. Mr. Don. Miss Perolina. Mr. Harry. Thank you, Myron. Marquita, Miss Marquita. Juanita, Miss Juanita. All right. Miss April. Miss Margaret. And then Miss Newman. All right. I'm going to ask y'all to take y'all seats. I got to go back and confer with my applause meter. Mr. Chris. We'll turn it back over to the master of ceremonies. One more applause for Mr. Myron, guiding us through the evening, shepherding our course. Thanks, Myron.
Thank you, thank you.
sorry. I know I told you there were two of my students here and one was running late. So I do want to acknowledge our Lisa. I'm going to embarrass you now, Lisa. Stand up. Lisa, stand up. Stand up. So Lisa is our graduate and a Ph.D. And so two people. Okay. Thank you.
All right, all right, all right. Man, this is a beautiful evening. I just want to congratulate the winners who are going to win tonight. Thank you. Thank you. Also, I want to thank the American Writers Museum for hosting Horizons 2022. See, this next one I gotta mention because I gotta be very eloquent with it, with the name. You know, I can't mess this name up, so. Want to thank Dr. Jennifer LaCivita and her students for their amazing artwork. Give it up. I want to thank all the participants. You know, it takes courage to come up here and to share your work. And it's not just work, it's from the heart. And for the people who is here coming from your heart tonight, it's an honor to listen to your poems and listen to your stories. Give yourself a round of applause. I want to especially thank our communications department. Like, give them a big hand. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Sam, for putting y'all on the spot like that. And you know I'm going to give it up for Doug. Yes, I got to give it up to Mr. Schinkelberg. Because, you know, I got to come in the office one day and say, hello, Doug. And I get that stare like, you didn't acknowledge me at the Horizons. I know I got to say something about Doug. So, Doug, thank you for coming. And before this gets closed out, I got to bring the VIP back up here one more time. So he got some exciting news to tell somebody. So, Mr. Wayne Richards.
I've got like two promotions since this program started. This is like great. All right, Ali, this is tough, y'all. So I went back and conferred with the folks and the meter. Ali, I need you to go start my car. Come on up and get this key. Just in case. All right, so first place was tight, y'all. I'm gonna tell you. We have 4 folks, but we only can award 1. Is that the gold bar? Put that, Ali, get the car. No, just. No, that, yeah, I was something else. I was working on something else. Okay, here we go. First place, big round of applause, Taisha Newman. Second place. Juanita Rogers.
Yeah.
Y'all can tell I missed. Yeah, okay. Move on. All right, I get it. Least but not last, out on their first time run, Miss Perolina. Give a round of applause to everybody. Everybody did fantastic. Turn it back over to Master of Ceremonies, Myron. Take it away.
All right. Thank you, Wayne. Thank you to all the winners. Thank you, the audience, for joining us this evening. And I just want to sign out. This is Horizons Showcase 2022. And this show is over.